do whatever we want, we're going to be fine. But just stick to your guns. Do the stuff that's worked for you for a very long time. I think they lost to VP because they faced a team that is super competitive and could have beaten them at TI. That was a really close series as well. And because of that, VP got knocked out at, I think, 5th, 6th at that tournament.
Yes.
And they could have gone to the finals if they had a different bracket, I think. Like, when you saw that play out, it was definitely possible. So,
yeah, they
lost to a really good team in this tournament, 2-1. I don't think they need to switch up way too much.
They lost to the first place team, got knocked out by the first place team, got knocked down in the lower bracket by the second place team, and I don't know if they got knocked down by Newbie, but they also beat the third place team. Either it was LG or LFY.
LFY got
they actually beat. Yep. In the upper bracket. So it definitely goes to show, like, VP definitely could have made that run.
All right, draft number 1. 3 bans.
Good bans from Keen. I like this. I think you banned the Chen against Liquid, unless you have... what did VP ban in that series? They gave them the Wisp.
They
I
gave
remember
them the
that.
Wisp because they wanted to play them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
think
to see if they could beat it.
I don't think Keen has the necessary experience playing against this hero to play against Liquid's Wisp. I think VP does. They've played against a lot of Wisp, and they've probably practiced specifically against it as well, giving it away to opponents in scrims.
They were banning the
Chen is a good ban, though.
the Lich Furion.
They even let Chen through as well,
yeah.
And the reason VP did that is that they play the 2 counter junglers. They both play Ench and Doom, and they even played them together in one of the games, game 1, I believe. So, yep.
I want to piggyback on something that Synerin said earlier about the fact that, like, you've got all these tools, right? The Broodmother, they've got all these options to Liquid. And we've already seen that Keen, they actually suffered against that Arc Warden game. And that's not a hero that they're going to be very well, like, practiced against. So that already gives me even more concern for Keen that they're not going to be adept at being able to address the Broodmother. Even if they think, like, theoretically we know how to deal with this, or maybe we've even played against it a couple times. In action against a top-tier team, it's always different.
Okay. Well,
I like this first phase from Keen.
I was going to say, at least they haven't had the Brood out second pick, which they've shown us they can do. So that's not an issue, which means, do you think Keen then just get rid of it in the second phase?
I think so. The reason Liquid didn't pick it here, or at least one of the reasons, they've lost with it, first of all.
Yeah.
But they didn't pick it here because they are second pick. Both of the games they picked it first phase, it was the last pick of the phase. But in addition to that, if you're Keen now, you can either ban it now, expecting that Liquid will pick it before. Liquid is second pick now, so they can't pick it last pick of the phase.
Yep.
They will have the 15 pick, as we call it.
Which they've picked it in.
They have done it before,
Yep.
exactly. So they could just ban it just to be safe. It's a good hero against Nature's Prophet, in my opinion. It's pretty good against Rubik.
Yeah.
If they don't have anything better that they really want to ban, I think it's a safe bet. And if they don't ban it now, they definitely have to ban it in the last phase if it's good against them.
So you were saying you really like Keen's opener. I presume you really like the Rubik. Super strong choice against both Venomancer and the Earthshaker.
Great Rubik game. Furion is one of the best heroes against Veno in this patch. It's good at killing off the Plague Wards in lane with the Trance. It's very mobile. It can teleport around all the map. That's something Veno is really bad at. Veno wants to be static and set up a field. And Furion also has a counteraction to the vision that the Plague Wards put. He can send out Trance, so you can get like equal scouting potential in a way. Which is very important for stuff like Roshan fights, where Venomancer often has an advantage. Then you can do that with the Nature's Prophet. So gonna ban Pugna, first off. That's a hero we haven't seen too much out of Liquid.
Too much in the last couple of days, frankly. EG,
Yeah,
pretty
been
much the only
running
team that have played it.
Once or twice only,
Yeah.
I think.
It would have kind of fit just because it does look like Team Liquid's going to have that sort of heavy team fight combination. I really like what you said about the Furion versus the Venomancer, because so oftentimes the Venomancer being such a powerful hero right now, we see it picked up a lot, and one of the best things he's good at is being able to get in front of pushes. And here Furion forces you to defend a tower if you're Venomancer, but then doesn't have the downside, because usually Venomancer's like, whatever, it's going to be a 4v4 for the rest of my team, and you're okay with that. But with Furion, you're able to actually take a 5 versus 4 while forcing the Venomancer onto a tower.
Yep.
So no ban from Keen
Necro and AA.
on the Brood. So it is pickable if they want it. What's noticeable about Liquid's bans as well is that they've basically gone for the most played heroes that Keen have had.
Yeah.
And just gotten rid of them. Just to make it more uncomfortable, I'd guess.
DP and AA.
I think Ancient
Both
Apparition...
of those are the most played hero for Ying and for Wrong as well.
Yeah.
By a long way.
If you're going to run the Rubik 4 position, I think Ancient Apparition, you know, like the kind of 2 5s, I think Rubik Ancient Apparition is one of the better duos. Kind of like that Shadow Demon Dazzle combination. It's one of those duos that works out offensively pretty well together, despite individually being quite weak.
So Liquid have got themselves the Lich.
So it's position 5.
Jesus.
Wow, auto
Very
lock
quick.
Monkey King.
Yep.
He seems happy.
I think so. Monkey King is.
He's back again.
I really like Monkey with Lich because Monkey King, first of all, is a lane dominator. So if he's facing a good lane matchup and you put Lich in it, that lane is just completely dead. Like you actually cannot do anything as the opponent. It also allows you to more often put your Monkey King in the offlane. Because if you're picking Monkey King in this position and the enemy team can like pick around it with cores, so you can get good core matchups, then usually you will put a safe lane hero that you're expecting to have a different matchup. But then you can put the Lich Monkey King offlane, and Monkey King can actually contest the enemy safe laner because most carries struggle in this matchup. So what Keen is going to go for is a Queen of Pain that doesn't really have any bad lane matchups here. I like this pick a lot in this position. I think it's very good. Yeah, I'm happy so far for Keen's picks. I think this is the right type of approach.
It's a smart draft so far. Nothing crazy.
This feels pretty even to me.
Yeah.
If not even maybe slightly Keen favored, depending on how well they play against the Lich. Because I consider Nature's Prophet a good hero against Lich as well. Lich is defensive and you can dive him.
Okay.
With Trance.
Yep. Let's see what Liquid ban last. Is the Brood threat still there?
They don't really have a whole lot of
Really
wave clear on
now.
the side of Keen. So it is possible.
Queen of Pain does fine in that lane. It doesn't stop Brood from farming. They have
Yeah.
Spirit Breaker as well, which is great against Brood.
Mm.
The moment Brood shows anywhere, you can charge and then
So
you
they
can
don't just
keep
ban
track.
it and get rid of it. See, they banned Mirana, which I thought they would ban, but then I looked at the Queen of Pain and thought, well, probably they don't then. But Mirana is another one of their most played. It's ZZZ's favorite hero by far. So
And it's a hero that can stand against Monkey King
Yep.
as well. I
Yeah.
think Liquid really want to have a matchup that Monkey King enjoys. And I still think this AA ban in the second phase, when Liquid bans it like this, it makes me think that they might even be thinking further ahead and they want to last pick a hero that AA is good against. Because now that they've ruled that option out, they can go for some classic Liquid stuff like a last pick Alchemist, which I think could be very good in this game. They could technically go Huskar. But it's not good with their picks, so I don't
just
think
in
they'll
case.
do it. Yeah, get rid of that.
Let's
Brood.
I think it would give you too
Yeah.
many threats on the
Yeah.
board. Like you
I-
may be able to deal with the Broodmother. You'd have Veno and Monkey King though.
If the next hero is not good against Alk, Liquid will pick it. I am
Yeah.
almost certain. And they already grabbed the Monkey King themselves, who would have been a great hero matchup against Alchemist in lane. So they've covered that base.
So what heroes
Wow.
would you like versus the Alchemist? Like that would also fit this. I was thinking like maybe Lifestealer. It's like there's no hero that's going to be like, oh, that's super good versus Alk, but is also going to fit this.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's just a bad lifesteal game.
Yeah.
Monkey King and Lich are two really annoying matchups for him. I also think Shaker is pretty decent. You can block him off. You have an instant stun when he's out of rage.
The same problems
pretty good
apply
against
to
Venom.
like Ursa as well, right?
Yeah. I think at this point when you're keen, if Liquid wants Alk, they're going to get it, I think.
Yeah.
So if you think too much about counting the Alchemist and you don't look at the big picture, let's say they pick a hero that really counters Alk in lane, Liquid can just pick something else. You just put Lich Monkey King mid against your Ursa, have a good time, for example. So this is a very difficult pick, I think. I think Keen are going to use almost all of their time. They might as well, right?
Yeah.
But this is a hard choice to make.
Liquid have
their first four
just
look
enough
good,
lockdown to be able to deal with like kind of those harder carries. Maybe if they went for some sort of like split pushing type carry, like AM or something. Like
Yeah.
they have just enough lockdown on Liquid to beat that out as well.
Yes.
Liquid just set up this last pick extremely well. Because they have just enough of each of the like kind of objective things you need from the draft to say that by itself this draft is going to be fine, right? Their laning phase should be really strong. They've got just enough catch between the Earthshaker and Monkey King. They've got really good team fight, and they can scale pretty well as well.
I wonder if Keen can get away with a like. Okay, they're gonna go Bloodseeker.
Right.
So this is a hero that deals well with Venomancer in lane, can sustain by himself. He is okay at dealing with Lich lanes, because even if you get harassed by Frost Blast, as long as you get a couple of CS here and there, you can heal yourself up. Monkey King, I would say, still a really bad lane matchup, so they want to avoid that. He doesn't want to play. If it's Bloodseeker safe playing against Monkey Lich, my money's on the Monkey Lich lane.
Yep.
Let me tell you that. They're going to win
All
the
in.
lane really hard. This
Put
hero...
your house and your mother on it.
This hero is not particularly good against Alchemist. It's also not bad, but Alchemist is the type of hero that can just stand still when it's ruptured and probably stay alive with
Yeah.
Chemical Rage running. They have plenty of protective heroes around him.
So you just got to focus on the rest of Liquid. Honestly, you can't really think about that last pick too much. And I think Bloodseeker is going to be decent enough, as you said. The laning phase is fine. I think Bloodseeker's relatively okay versus Monkey King in like the mid game sense, outside of the laning
Yeah,
phase.
gives vision with Bloodright. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Vision versus Bloodright. I think he's also a hero that is able to play around the Monkey King ultimate when it's dropped and go for the back line. I really
And-
feel like they had to use their mobility to their advantage, right? They have Spirit Breaker and Furion, like
And they're-
two global heroes.
They're blocking out a selection of picks from Liquid with this Bloodseeker. It makes Anti-Mage a bad pick, even though they already have Spirit Breaker. Like, split pushing for Liquid here just doesn't seem like a good approach against Breaker, Furion, and the Bloodseeker Rupture. So I think they're going to play more of a group up style around the central hero, which is going to be okay. That is not what I was expecting at all. I wonder why this. To me, this looked like a classic Liquid's gonna last pick out game. I know I talked about it a lot, but it's just like they've done this multiple times, even at TI. How is this? Oh, Matumba's
when-
ready.
I love
Matumba's ready
Matumba
for-
rolling up
Oh,
his
yeah.
sleeves.
Oh yeah, I get to play Venomancer again. My hero pool is the greatest this patch. I love all this.
So where do they go with that
annoying
Doom,
stuff.
by the way?
Probably Mind Control.
Yeah?
I think.
Yeah,
Put it in
safe
your-
lane, Veno, and Monkey King Lich mid, or
There's lots of options. I can't really call their lanes because I think they want specific matchups rather than specific lanes.
Yeah,
They want
right.
Monkey King to play against Bloodseeker. They want Doom to play against Furion, and then they want their Veno to stand against Quap. I think, if possible, is probably the best overall for them. But we'll see how they choose.
Well, the horse has
go
lost
about
his
it.
hair, but he seems pretty happy. Let's find out whether we have some fellow Liquid fans here at the desk. Syndren.
I think overall, from a draft perspective, I think Keen got away with it pretty well. I think Liquid is the better team. I don't think Liquid is outpicked, so I'm going to go for them. I think they're better, but good draft from both teams.
I am
I'm with Liquid.
also keen on Keen's draft, but I'm also going to go for Liquid as well. I think they're just a better team. They have better team fight, and that is usually like a simpler way just to look at it is that I think Liquid's better at being able to fight, and they have better tools to be able to fight. It's unlikely Keen is going to be the team that finally split pushes and breaks Liquid apart enough that they manage to find an opening in their defense.
All right, okay. Well, we're still searching for our final semi-finalists. We're also searching for an MVP. It is time for our final series of the day.
Prepare for battle.
Here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the final series of the day. Team Liquid up against the fantastic Keen Gaming. We saw Keen Gaming earlier. These guys have already won over a lot of fans for sure, but the home crowd here supporting their boy Kuro. Team Liquid's got a lot of fans in their house. They're a TI winning team. I'm ODPixel. I'm joined by the fabulous Mercedes-Ben Malini Wu, and we're ready to go. What are Keen Gaming's chances here? The panel like their draft. Do you like it as well, Ben?
It's decent. It's even, which is exactly where you want to be. I don't think you're going to outdraft Liquid, so even is the best it's going to get. Let's hope they at least pull out one win in this series. I don't really think you can expect Keen to take this home. It's going to be a very, very hard battle for them. I mean, they weren't even at TI, just a relatively new team versus the TI champions. So a bit of an underdog story, but I would say they did have some signs of brilliance. Cap highlighted a lot of the good, unique plays that they made, which I do think they need to utilize to win this game against Liquid. Something that they haven't seen before, perhaps.
We're going to see Keen Gaming actually coming in early. Looking to start things off. GH drops down the Fisher. That will put a stop to any sort of attempt from
That was
Keen
really
Gaming.
close. He actually almost died there. He could have lifted him onto the opposite side of the fissure, and it would have been real rough.
I mean, Ming still coming in to give them some on the Rubik, but the bounty rune will claimed in time. Miracle grabs it. And looks like with the lanes as well, we are going to have Miracle heading down to the safe lane. And of course, the Veno being taken to the mid. Is this looking to dodge some sort of matchup?
Well, at least they got the Veno versus Quap matchup. I think
Yeah.
that's what they wanted. And then the Monkey King versus the Bloodseeker, I think they preemptively thought that Keen were going to dodge top lane and try to next level them by putting Monkey in the safe lane. But Monkey King versus MP should be okay too. But not ideal for them. But at least they got one of the three.
You can see already Ming ready to back up Ing on the mid lane if things get a bit scary. Wrong. But the charge down bottom isn't going to commit to it, of course, just being level 1 at this stage. Miracle feeling very confident in his position, soaking up the XP for now. But so this mid lane, you talked about the 1 versus 1, but I have these two supports here as well. Is this matchup going to go heavily in one side's favor?
Don't think so. You know, four heroes in the mid lane. Not too much going to happen. Fissure block not particularly useful versus Queen of Pain.
See again. Wrong, looking to charge onto Kuro. We'll go in for the stun.
Oh, he just hit level 2 though.
Has the frost armor. Kuro will be fine. Backs up. Miracle getting some farm now under the tower pretty safely mid lane. Matumba dropping down the Gale, forcing Ing to blink back out. Ing at the moment CS 6 for 1, but with the creep wave coming in, Matumba man's got a bit there to catch back up. All very even really across the lanes. Nothing falling too out of place. Miracle now can get much more aggressive, of course, having the armor from the Lich. Onto Wrong, the Jingu stack starting to build. We'll be able to get it up. Now it looks towards Dark, and look at this damage. With the Boundless Strike, Dark nearly dropping down there. The Courier will get sniped though. Tianming with a nice rotation, catches it out. We'll take away some extra regen that Matumba Man was looking to funnel out in the form of the Tangos and that Ring of Protection. So very, very nice snipe there from Tianming.
This is definitely the hero you want to target in the early game too, especially with the NP rotation. NP, we already saw him like almost die to the Monkey King. Maybe just one more hit would have done it. But I think this is definitely the hero pressure, especially with a Courier kill in the mid lane. Top lane is not going to be particularly great for Doom. He can get harassed out. Yeah, he does have some sustain. At least I think he's eaten 2 creeps. First was the Troll, second was the Hellbear. So his CS is a little bit less than the Bloodseekers, but his XP and overall gold should still be relatively similar.
Wrong again, just sitting down bottom behind Dark's and Nature's Prophet, just in case the opportunity comes for the jump to be there onto Miracle. With the charge onto Kuro, they're bringing in Tianming as well on the Rubik. They could catch this Lich off guard. Kuro already backing quite far out. Wrong will actually commit for the connection. That's going to be Miracle. Should get the stacks of Jingu up, and he does indeed. Liquid trying to fight. GH as well. Rotates through. Fisher block onto Tianming. He'll bite his way through the tree line, trying to escape, but the Boundless Strike's there. Telekinesis just in time, though, buying some space for himself, as Tianming will get himself out of there. GH himself has to be careful, as he falls very low.
Frost armor is so ridiculous.
See if Miracle can still get a kill out of this. He's looking for Wrong. Wrong jukes out the Primal Spring. Dark did TP forward, trying to find the kill onto GH, but he won't quite get it. And finally, Wrong will fall. The first blood goes the way of Liquid after a very drawn-out fight there on the bottom lane.
Have to be careful about committing that charge all the way in. That was a pretty compromising position for him. Nice tree eats by the Rubik to stay alive there. Do you like the way that Tianming's playing this game?
Now the phase boots come out for Dark, so Punchy offers it's going to amp up. The charge from base is Wrong. Looks to come back into the lane onto Miracle.
Frost armor though, they really need more magic damage in this lane. It's pretty much all right click that they have right now. Fade Bolt, level 1, no Wrath of Nature yet, so it's still going to be a while.
They're going to connect again with the charge. Miracle's turn, has the treants on him. Tianming actually going for the grab onto Kuro, but Tianming himself on the Rubik has to be careful. Fade Bolt's not going to be enough to bring down Kuroki. Can he do it with the last right click? He can. He'll get the kill, cost him his life, but with the TP from Dark, Keen Gaming get both. Miracle and Kuroki taken down, and only at the expense of Tianming's life.
Oh, the bash. Very timely bash. Yeah, Jingu stacks up. He was about to crush them right there.
Not Wrong.
Dude, they are so active.
Look at this
Team
move.
side.
Yeah, Wrong straight to the mid lane. GH is there with an Invis Rune, so certainly can do a good job of trying to put a stop to this, but with Ing jumping forward, this amount of magical damage is bringing Matumba low. He's got the Gale to buy him some time, but Ing's going to chase, gets the final touch, takes the kill, and I'll tell you what, King Gaming, they're not done yet. They're looking towards GH. He will be able to fog them as he gets into the tree line.
Really tough position for GH right there. I do like the movement from Keen. They kind of avoided a fissure block even after the blink from the Queen of Pain. They moved out in a position so that no matter what Chica was, he had a really tough time actually stopping that kill from happening.
And look at these, look at the CS off the back of these lanes. This Bloodseeker and Queen of Pain are just miles ahead of everyone, both GGG and Ing, having the time of their lives in these lanes. And Liquid's cause slightly behind on the CS. I say slightly, 5 minutes in, it's quite a difference to have.
Yeah, this Spirit Breaker is doing so much work, though. I love the way he's playing in this early game, and
I like what we're seeing as well for the Spirit Breaker, because of course Wrong earlier in the series today played these very defensive supports, and we know he's very good at that. Now he's playing a hero that's played in a very different way, and as you say, so far these first 5 minutes have been impressive. Bottom lane though, Liquid see an opportunity jumping forward onto Dark. He'll go for the Sprout to hold back GH, but Miracle's there with the Jingu damage, and Dark will fall. Top lane, Tianming Wrong looking for a go onto Mind Control. He's pretty beefy, goes for the TP out as soon as the Rupture's there, but the bash comes in just in time from Wrong. And Keen Gaming will get the kill in return.
that's the second super timely bash that he's had.
This man and charge. Now onto mid. He's got Blink and Scream. He himself slow. Dark, they don't even need the quad. Dark's going to be there. He will jump in for the kill. Secure. Again, Wrong is just consistently lane to lane to lane.
Oh,
it is
no.
all the Fisher doesn't quite get in the right side. Ing's going to be fine. He'll just TP out. He's out of there. And I have to say, 6.5 minutes in, you know, a lot of people looking at this series probably expected one thing or another. But Keen Gaming, they're certainly pulling it out in this early stage.
Let's see that bash.
Oh, that was literally on the last fraction of a second as well.
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right.
That's one of the downsides about killing a Nature's Prophet, especially one solo level. He's just going to TP to another lane and just immediately kill. So they have to be worried about
Look at this
protecting
angle that he comes in from. Liquid just don't expect it. There'll be a Fisher to try and stop the proceeds. Sprouts out as well as the Treants. Kuro is there as well with the rotation. They're looking to hold this. Miracle's turning up for the fight as well. Liquid looking to claim a big one for themselves. They get the Queen of Pain kill. Matuma Man he gets denied by Kuro. So they won't quite get the bonus from that kill. Miracle is starting to clean up. He'll pick up Wrong. 2 nice kills there for Liquid as they send all their attention towards the mid lane. They get the deny on Matumba.
Yeah, Keen have the right idea too. Just ditch the Lich lane. Lich is going to get his XP, but at the same time, Liquid are prepared for that. They're prepared for this 4-man maneuver into the mid lane. And now Keen have to find another method of attack who they actually want to kill with the Spirit Breaker. It looks like they are going to head top, but look at Liquid. They're already smoked there in anticipation of this.
It's a deep kill. It'll get the score jump out. Oh, I say that. He's falling incredibly low there with the Blood Right. He's actually gone. Now, the question is if GGG can get out. GH is low. GH has to be careful. GGG is just going to chase him down in the tree line. GH is gone. Double kill for the Bloodseeker. Kuro has to back up.
Wow.
And somehow they get away with that play, Ben. I didn't think they were going to.
Nature's Prophet just hit level 6. That Wrath of Nature must have done like 400 damage to him, maybe even more with a Blood Rage on him. I did not expect
Look at this aggression. Wrong just diving towards the tier 2 with Ing. They won't go too far as they know Liquid's going to be reacting.
Well, they see Monkey King on the bottom lane, so it's still not a bad fight for them. Monkey King is their main source of damage.
With the Doom like that, though, that will be a surefire kill for Liquid.
Maybe a chance to deny here. Oh, no, he might die too.
He's in trouble by the looks of it. Mind Control ready with the chase down. Liquid ready to punish Keen Gaming for getting a little too ahead of themselves with that play up top.
Fisher should seal the trick.
Good money there for GH. Picking up kills like that. 7 for 7. Lots of action in this first 9 minutes of the game, just as we'd hoped to see between these two sides.
But now Quap has died twice. That slows down her momentum so much in this early game. Like Venomancer's a hero that you're okay with dying with. It generally costs the other team a lot of resources, and you're not as snowbally as a hero like Queen of Pain. But I would say they're still doing fairly well. They're ahead in gold, and they're versus a Lich team, and they've taken down a tower. So
look at this.
All in all, fantastic.
With the Rupture, trying to go on GH, but the backup's there for Liquid. Dark TP'd in, but it's only to his own demise. Miracle's there as well. Liquid punishing hard. They'll punish both. Double kill for Mind Control as they keep GH alive. Keen Gaming, they can't afford to keep doing this. This is the Liquid we know and love. The Liquid that would just turn around any sort of misplay.
The reason they went for that gank is because they had that Observer Ward, but if you look at Liquid's positioning, they were actually just outside of range of the Observer Ward. They were like just a little bit to the southwest of that, and they're like, okay, yeah, free Shaker kill, and that's why he TP's so aggressively in. It looked like a free kill from there.
Mid lane, Matumba got a good bit of space because of these movements that Ing was going for. Ing still with the lead in CS. Matumba Man slowly catching back up. So they're putting the pressure on bottom lane. They've got their eyes on Mind Control. Keen Gaming need to kick things off. The 3 of them, but Mind Control back to where he is level 8 with the phase boots and Scorched Earth at the ready. It's a tricky target to go on. There's no doubt about it. Looks like Keen are happy with just trying to put some pressure onto this tier 1 tower. I know the kill's going to be hard. If it does present itself, they will try for it.
Again, taking the fight away from the Lich. You're much faster at pushing towers with Frost Armor is not in the question, but Miracle's net worth is highest in the game right now. Doom is not so great, but he can easily catch up with Devour and the Devour talent if he chooses to go for that.
And straight away, they dropped the scan up top Liquid. Miracle knew that TPs were coming into the tower, and he's straight out of that top lane. Very nice awareness there from Liquid. Keep Miracle on the Monkey King safe as he avoids that 3-man rotation from Keen Gaming.
Venom is also super low on net worth.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But they're used to this position where Matumba Man gets sacked in favor of Miracle's net worth. I also do like how Keen's draft, they also have like non-heavy physical damage cores, which is pretty important versus the Lich lineup. Or else, like in this lineup, if you were versus like, let's say something like a PA, you would just double down on Frost armor. You get the Ogre armor, you have the Monkey King ult armor, and then you hit the Frost armor from the Lich. And then you're sitting at like plus 40 armor almost. So it's nice that they have pure and a ton of magic damage from those two cores. Ooh, Yule's first.
See if they can get away with the kill this time. Mind control. Again, it's a very hard target to go on. They'll put the Nature's Wrath out to start things. TP reactions coming in from Liquid, and that will indeed be enough to stop Keen Gaming going for more. Much too hard of a hero to dive upon, especially when backup's there from the rest of Liquid.
Yep, if you're Liquid, you always want them to go on the Doombringer. He is just extremely tanky and so much HP regen with the Satyr and the Scorched Earth and Frost Armor to boot to make up for his innate lack of
They
armor.
could go for this. I mean, here you see Tianming, he's got Scorched Earth stolen at the moment. And he can quickly pick up a second spell. Fadebolt to lead things in. There's the Scorched Earth. They should have enough damage to bring down GH. He's stuck in the Sprout. GH will go down. Ing jumping forward. Dagger into the back of Matumba Man. Wrong to fall. Matumba Man gets the Poison Nova out, but with the Sonic Wave, Ing's bringing Matumba low. And this is great news for GGG, who goes ham. They get both of the kills. Doom was dropped down on the Rubik, but he really does not care. He'll be fine. Well, for now, I say, as the rest of Liquid, they do want to strike back onto Keen Gaming. They give the stun to Tianming, but this Bloodright is going to catch 3 of them here. Jump forward from Ing, but instantly the stun's there from GH. He's jumped into his own death there, the Quap. Miracle as well, still surviving, doesn't care about the Rupture. There'll actually be a buyback from Tianming on the Rubik. He really wants to get himself re-involved into this fight, but Liquid are not in a position where Keen Gaming can jump upon them. And all these fights, putting Miracle in a better and better place as he gets involved at the right time. And he is getting a lot out of these plays. 5, 1, and 3, going for the treads straight into Deso this time around on the Monkey King. Not something that we see a lot of Monkey Kings do anymore, but he's going to have it very soon.
Yeah, he doesn't need to go super offensive or super defensive. Does have the innate, again, Frost Armor allows your build to be a lot more flexible. This Lich, or this Quab is just dying, I would say, a little needlessly. 3rd death on her, trying to go for a lowly Lich kill. I mean, I get that Lich is super annoying, but you don't want to throw your life away for that.
Absolutely not. Keen Gaming. What's their best plan of action now? We've seen them, they consistently look to try and fight. Is that really the only way that they should try and play this game with the heroes they have? They have to take these fights.
Well, with the Spirit Breaker, that's generally what you're inclined to. Spirit Breaker's terrible at farming. He's okay at defending against split push if it comes later into the game, but you know, first and foremost, he is one of the best gankers in the game. The Yule's build is very curious though. I guess none of the 3 cores can actually stop TPs, but it's not really TPs that are losing good fights. It's not like anyone has really TP'd out of a fight. I guess Rogue has had some really good bashes, but in a team fight, it's really unlikely to happen.
Wrong? We're rather deep here. We'll cancel it. It's the ward down and we'll get himself out of that. That's pretty impressive there. 11 runes being taken by Tianming. A few of them bounties, of course. On level 9, it's good. Good levels indeed for the man.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good. Whenever you see a Monkey King, you're always looking for ways to like knock him out of his ultimate too. I think Caudal Blinding Light is one of the best spells at knocking him out of his ultimate in this game. Maybe a Lucky Bash, maybe a Lucky Force Staff, I would say, but not too many ways to actually stop him from attacking. Which is the problem.
Looking to lead him, Matumba Man goes for the TP, but straight up there's the cancel, the charge by, Matumba Man's down. We'll drop the Infernal Plane of the Stomp, down in return, onto Wrong, looks to retreat, Liquid will chase it, but the Stolen Fissure from Tianming holds back the proceeds of Liquid. Wrong will be fine for now, gets back to safety. Very neat little play there from the Rubik, making sure that Liquid are unable to punish Keen Gaming this time for losing Matumba Man on the Venom.
Yeah, this Rubik's playing very well. He's like in a perfect position to lift him when he tries to TP out. Really great positioning too to steal the fissure, and he's going to have that for some time to come. And he's doing very well on levels. He's level 9.
The levels, that's what I'm saying.
That's
the
crazy.
experience that he's getting off the back of these runes, it's absolutely paying off.
Yep. I guess the Nature's Prophet is suffering a little bit too. They're doing very well.
A lot of aim of the game, as we can see for Lost, them getting those 4 staffs out ASAP. As but the Ing on the Queen of Pain already has his.
They need to think about ways to lock this Monkey King down. I think that's going to be a big issue for them. With Frost Armor and then healing up from the Jingu and a ton of attack speed on his build, he is going to be very, very hard if the fight lasts longer than 5 or 6 seconds, I would say. So Quap needs to get big and fat.
Yeah, that monkey is very scary with the Desolator complete. Bottom lane though, leading with the Stolen Fisher, straight onto GH, lifted up and taken straight down. GH is gone. Keen Gaming getting another pick. Mind Control there alone. The rest of Liquid looking to push him mid. Wrong actually trying for an opening as he charges forward. Rupture down as well as the Blood Bright. It's always going to come out, but Miracle did get the Wukong's command off in time. Sonic Wave flies through from Ing. Not quite enough damage to bring down Liquid. The Nature's Wrath is bringing Matuma very low. He's trying for the TP out, but he's not going to make it. Ing jumps in, finishes off the kill. Kuro desperately trying to keep them back. They're going to lose Miracle as well here, Liquid. These kills that Keen Gaming get are absolutely insane. Kuro will rejoin with Mind Control and GH. They lead and he's got the Chain Frost ready if he needs it. Won't need it for the Tianming Rubik kill.
You see these builds on them though? The Force Staff on the Queen of Pain?
I mean, I like it, but it's situational. And this game, as you said, that there's a lot of strengths about getting the Force Staff. I mean, if everyone buys a Force Staff and GGG ruptures someone, he's dead. You're shoving him around. He's bleeding forever. This is the strat, man.
And it helps prevent your teammate from getting fissure blocked. It got him out of the Monkey King ult in that particular fight so that he could kill the Veno without dying herself.
Much easier to split when the Chain Frost starts flying in.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to this build.
It's a good item.
Yeah, it's very unusual, but it's not bad. Usually you'll see what Veil first, I would say.
I think it sort of allows this Quap to keep playing as aggressive as he has been as well. And we'll see it again here, just a really clean fight, some really nice Blood Brights as well. And that's the problem. As soon as Matuma, he'll drop the ult, and that's pretty much all he can do at this stage, as he is just left sitting there, and Ing sees an opportunity, and he will take it. And these Stolen Fishes, again, Tianming did a lot with that spell the entirety of the time he's had it so far.
Let's see what a smoke and the gank the Quap.
He's got the Force.
Nope.
Low. Oh, they do get the Fisher. He will still be fine with the Blink. That's the Force Staff for you.
That is the Force Staff.
Lane Miracle dropping down the Boundless. As we're saying, with that Deso, does quite the damage. Tianming, unfortunately, his own Boundless strike not quite on the same level in terms of DPS.
And all those range attacks too. Not as exciting. But Rubik's net worth compared to Veno's net worth, that's pretty disturbing if you're Venomancer.
Yeah, Matuma still needs some time to really get where he needs to. The Poison Ever for sure, the skill set of a Veno, it's still scary to an extent, but
they haven't
Matuma
farming
needs
the
more.
lanes though, which is a problem. They have to have someone farming the lanes. They don't really want their Monkey King to die, so they have to sacrifice someone else. So they have both Doom and Venomancer are the ones that they want to gank first. But the problem is Venomancer's not really doing enough damage to justify dying super early in the fights. Very close to level 12 on Venomancer.
Yes.
Just needs like 1 or 2 more creeps.
That's the first big one.
Dire's top
Liquid,
tower is under
smoked
attack.
up. Looking for kills. Dark is going to be eyed up. He should be in a lot of trouble here with the Fisher flying through for GH. Kuro Miracle coming straight in on top of him. No escape for Dark. Can they get anything more? Miracle's going to drop the Wukongs, get himself out of the Blood Bright. Ruptured up for the time being. I don't know if Keen Gaming can punish this. They're going to be just 4 men against 5. Looks like they may still try though. Kuro's going to be jumped upon by Tianming and Ing. That's going to be the Lich down. They're still looking to try and hunt out Miracle. He'll go back down on the low ground. Has the backup of Mind Control. Oh! Oh, that Boundless strike with the Jingu stacks and the Desolator is absolutely disgusting as this Rubik, he doesn't see that coming at all. That is instant death there for Tianming.
Well, time to get some armor, right?
Without consequence.
Oh my goodness. Not nice at all, that. Now
That was a 3v5 fight, mind you. So this is the way that Matuma gets back in the game. They just win fights without him, and he just does whatever he wants, takes a free tower, boom, there you go. Another 1,000 gold just for him.
I mean, yeah, Wrong doesn't really want to punish this. They were charging forward, but with the scan, they saw that there was something behind Matuma. So Wrong holds off.
And GH is also really close to his Blink Dagger, just a few hundred gold away.
Yeah. Some big items for both sides as well. Definitely makes sense for Keen Gaming to slow things down. What I was going to say, whilst GGG gets his Radiance. Okay, no, I think he bought Shadow Blade, then sold it. He is still going to go for the Radiance by the looks of it with his quick buy, and he's got enough of the Relic, so that will come very shortly on the Bloodseeker. Top lane, they're going to try again onto Matumba Man, get the charge through with a Nether Strike, holding him in this Blood Right. This Venom in a lot of trouble, gets bashed up as well. That'll be Matumba Man down, and GH, he's not getting out of this one as well. The two of them trying to push that top lane, sort of blindly as well. I guess they had a few Venom wards out, they did have the ward down bottom, but they still get caught out by that rotation from Keen Gaming.
Yeah, they're going to have to fissure the charge, but he actually fissured the Rubik, so that Rubik won't be able to connect on that. But then your Venom's just dead. And again, another timely bash. Wrong's
Wrong is rolling in the RNG today. It really, really is. And as we saw the stat, no surprises, but Force Staff is not picked up that commonly at all on the Queen of Pain, let alone as the first major item. But we're 21 minutes in, and, you know, Ing's doing all right for himself. He's got the completed Orchid, I believe, out on its way to him. So he's still hitting the timings, can still look for the plays, and we're coming up to 22 minutes into this game. Keen Gaming a very slight lead in terms of gold, 2k net worth, but as I said, this is impressive. This is against Team Liquid, the team that, for the most part, has absolutely been crushing it.
Yep, they just need to make sure they don't get picked up. Oh, picked up by Monkey King.
Oh, that was well off the mark. And Dark, he's just TPing out of that one. Miracle as well, he says, all right, yeah, back to mid lane. Let's not imagine that happen.
Shadow Blade's a tiny bit risky because in a team fight he can still die very, very easily. It's really great for picking them up, but right now Keen are mostly playing together as 5.
Yeah, they're
just
looking for
charging
teams.
in.
Yeah, team fight, absolutely. Radiance knows GGG, they're ready to go. Liquid are going to try for
They have an
Roshan.
obs ward though. They know exactly what's going on over here. It's very obvious play with
They should definitely look to contest this. They're heading over.
But Miracle's looking to just slap somebody down.
He wants to delete someone out of the fight straight up. He's got his eyes onto GGG, goes in with the Boundless Strike, but the charge there from Wrong actually gets mind control as well, making sure that the Doom doesn't come out. The stolen Boundless Strike back onto both of them. Wrong will pay with his life. Miracle very low at the moment. They have the Blood Right. TP out from Mind Control. The Blood Right damage is enough. Miracle is gone. Matumba Man trying to leap forward, but with the Orchid, he gets silenced up. He can't get his spells off here. He will pop. Sonic Wave flies through, but the Poison Over did come out in time. King Gaming don't seem to worry. Bottom lane, they will lose. Oh, Kuroki! That was the dream Chain Frost there. He does die, but he brings them down with him.
Radiant's middle tower.
Look at all that damage on that
Oh,
T3 tower though. Oof.
Yeah, this split push, this rat play from Dark's Nature's Prophet, they have to respect it. They did come down and, as you say, kill him, but he pretty much got what he wanted to do. 23 minutes in, losing that amount of health on your tier 3, that's not a great position to be in.
Keen are reading this game really well. The way the Bloodseeker played that fight, he like went into the Roach Pit, but he actually read that Monkey King was probably going to try and do something funny, and he pulled back. He had like very little vision of what was going on, because at that point you're kind of worried about Roshan going down, right? You don't have that great of vision in that fight.
Look at that again. I mean, that's just a wet dream for Lich. As those two heroes standing on top of each other.
Free gold. Too bad he didn't get any experience, but
Invisibility.
dang, Doom has a lot of items too. He did go for the Devour Gold talent, but not doubling down on the Midas. But he's now number 1 net worth.
He's top of the net worth, done its job.
That's what Doom does.
20 to 19. What a game.
I don't think Rubik was able to get that much value out of the Devour too. That's kind of sad.
Feels bad. Blade Mail, looking to be the item for Matumba Man, realizes he is consistently being gone on, especially with that Orchid on the quap.
Yeah, they have no way to really stop the Blade Mail too. So
Roots and run.
Bottom lane Miracle with the Shadow Blade. He's eyeing up Dark.
it's a little bit tougher without an Echo Saber or a way to slow them down because you're not going to get your Jingu stacks off or Jingu off in time.
You need that Diffuser Blade really before you can start going for those sort of solo plays.
But still no BKB. He's going to... I guess BKB's not like super useful here because of the Quappled and the Bloodseeker, but we saw last fight, he died, and he is very high net worth hero.
To the pit they go again, but Keen Gaming are aware of this. Blood Right popped down. Rest of Keen heading over. Can Liquid do it quick enough?
The
GH's
Solar
position.
Crest is looking pretty good.
They've got Echo Slam, Poison Over, and the Chain Frost. They have those big team fight ultimates. Can Keen Gaming jump in time? It doesn't Unless they want to go for some big crazy play, whipping the blood brights out. Roshan is so low, the charge coming in, but it's already picked up. Miracle gets the Aegis. GH jumps in with the Echo, trying to hold them back, but the stolen Echo Slam from Tianming, bringing the Shaker down low. Sonic Wave from Ming finishes them off as he picks up a double kill, and now they're all so low. GGG starting to go ham. Blood right finishes off Matuma Man. Miracle just having to stand in position as he's been ruptured up. The sprouts there onto Kuro, meaning that Tianming gets the space to back away. He may still tick down to the poison over, and he does. Kuro with the urn, keeping himself alive. Miracle looking for GGG, but the Yules into Bloodbright. It's going to bring him down low. GGG, he's being careful about this. He knows that that Aegis is there. He doesn't want Miracle to be able to turn around and do this to him with the Boundless, and he nearly does, but Dark's there with the final touch. Seals the deal, takes the Aegis out of Miracle's hands. The Bloodbright is timed perfectly, gets him. He's stuck in the Sprout. The charge comes in from Ron. Keen Gaming, they're going to be able to bring down Miracle post-Aegis.
I think they're just really underestimating Keen in a lot of these fights. They're like, ah, yeah, there's no way they can contest us right there. Good charge and really good patience from them too. They saw that Roshan was really low, but they didn't unnecessarily blink in.
I mean, GH is trying for this, but Wrong's going to be there to hold him back. Matuma Man and Mind Control chasing him down straight away. Chain Frost is going to be juked out by the Yules. He should still be in trouble though, as the 3 heroes surround him. They will bring down GGG on that Bloodseeker.
2 down.
Some crazy skirmishes this game. But again, look down bottom, Ben. There's a Nature's Prophet knocking at the door. The Lich Frost Armor will help a little bit.
Poor Lich can't do anything about it.
The tier 3's gone. Nothing Kuro can do.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Bottom lane. Tianming a little far out on his own here. Not quite sure what the plan was. I mean, he should be dead. Matuma Man and GH do surround him. He does force himself out with the Stolen Fisher. I mean, he's playing with them. Surely he's dead here. With the wars ticking him down, he should fall, and he does indeed. Matuma Man will get the kill. He certainly makes them work for it. Manages to invest his money in a few smokes as well on the way down.
Quap tired of getting Doom, looking to build the Lincolns. Doom is
Incredibly big.
incredibly big.
Shiva's
Quap's
guard
even
done.
bigger.
Yeah, that's the thing. Ing.
It seems like they have like Bounty Hunter track or something other dude. That's how they keep getting all this net worth, because I don't really see them farming all that much at all.
I mean, he's got decent CS. He's reaching up to the 200 on this Queen of Pain. He's been pushing out a lot of the waves, but overall, it's just the kills that he's been able to get involved in. 10, 4 on 4. Lincoln Sphere, very close to being done. Yeah, he's already got the recipe and the perseverance in his backpack.
Yep. I would say that Keen have been doing a really good job of limiting GH's game there. That fight, he was able to get an echo off on one hero, and then he got lifted, stolen immediately, and then just died. And they like slowed down his blink dagger a lot. They limited his protection in the mid lane, so Matuma Man's having a bad game because GH is not having a great game. So I think GH has been targeted a lot, both by Virtus Pro and by Keen.
It's certainly the way to play. As you say, GH is such a crucial playmaker for Liquid in terms of kicking off each and every fight that they try to go for.
Look at how well they're reading these moves, though. They're not falling for these traps that way less experienced teams would fall for. That's probably like the 3rd or 4th time that I've seen them avoid. That's not even an obvious play for them to do, too. Like smoke from the south or from the north.
Maybe punished here. We'll see if they see it pass, but they do see it. Miracle. Yeah, Mind Control's going to look to go for it. The one touch isn't enough. The courier.
Should have gotten the wolf creep.
There we go. Needed that extra damage.
And now Shrine dead. Okay, thanks, Atrians.
Bottom lane, Keen Gaming just continuing to keep this pressure on. Mind Control goes forward, knows that there's no chance that Keen Gaming try and go onto this Doom. He's level 18 as well, and he's ready with the chase down. He's looking towards Wrong. Wrong at the Glimmer, good charge out as well. Gets the side bash onto Doom, meaning that Wrong gets a clean escape.
They are just splitting them up so well right now. Lich's biggest downfall is mobility. You saw how they tackled it from the early game. They like charged one lane, baited out the TPs, then charged another lane and swarmed it with Nature's Prophet. And then in the later game, it's no different too. They're taking down towers and trying to threaten racks with Treants. They took down both shrines without Liquid being able to do anything in return, and they dodged a smoke.
Bottom. Look who they've caught out. They've got the Sonic Wave. Blade Mail will come through. Manages to force them to back up, but Ron commits with the charge, getting the vision for the Nature's Wrath. They bring down Matuma Man. The question is if they get out. He goes for the Glimmer Cape and the TP, but he's not going to get there in time. GH able to cancel it. Wrong. Oh, he goes for the Nether Stray. He's trying to play his way out of this with the charge. Oh, he's going to do it. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, I was wrong about that. For sure. Miracle gets him with the Boundless Strike. Thank you, Ben. It was a cute little attempt though from Wrong. But still, I mean, they lose his life, but they did manage to bring down Matuma Man. Again, just slowing down his progression, which he's desperately trying to amp up. As you can see on the net worth, he's still suffering on this Venom.
Greatly. And he's going to have to go BKB next. And there's a lot of pure damage. And there's Spirit Breaker in game, which also looks through BKB. Tough game.
See what they can find in Liquid. And themselves trying to get the chase down. Looks like they should be able to catch up Tianming. He's got the telekinesis. It doesn't matter though. Scorched there from Mind Control, enough to bring down the Rubit.
Quap had a great has had a great game after the initial few deaths, and she was 3-3. Now she's 10-3, or 10-4 rather.
Hopefully commit there. Oh yes, she will. Okay, Ing just jumps in, slides out. Mind Control is there with the chase. Does have the Doom. There's that Lincoln Sphere to bear in mind, and indeed because of that, he won't commit for it. So the Lincoln's going to be strong. Again, these Nature's Wrath doing so much. Ing just jumps back in. They've got the charge, the rupture. Mind Control is incredibly tanky. Is he beefy enough to survive this? He'll drop the Doom onto the Spirit Breaker, but it doesn't matter. Spirit Breaker will survive. He's down. ZZZ moves forward with a boosted movement speed, finds GH.
I really have to applaud the experience of this team. Like
This is incredible.
Quap just like he hunts down GH as soon as he sees him Orchid, and he can't do anything about it. He's too underfarmed. And Miracle, he doesn't have BKB.
And they've got a sentry down. They know the Miracle's there, but he will reveal himself nonetheless. Wrong, if he sees an opportunity to go in, he will take it. Wukong's command attempted, but the silence comes in. Matuma Man as well, also silence. Now the charge comes through. Keen Gaming, they want to take this fight. The charge into the Nether Strike. Miracle stuck in the Blood Right, falling down low. GGG trying to go to work. The Shrine Heal, is it enough to keep him alive? It's not. The burst is there from Ing. Blinks in, forces out Ing. Should survive again. Another force, getting the space for Ing to get out. Keen Gaming, they will get the stolen Chain Frost as well from Tianming. It's nearly taken down Kuro. They're trying to stand next to each other, but they're taking so much damage from these bounces. Liquid have to back off. They do get Wrong, they do get Tianming, but again, this is Keen Gaming walking into the base of TI winners, killing Miracle, and walking back out for the most part.
Pretty incredible play from them. I'm still surprised that Monkey King has not gone for a BKB. That's a little bit greedy, I would say. Even as his fourth item, he looks like he's going for Lincoln Sphere, tired of getting ruptured. But, I mean, normally you're standing in place anyways for your ultimate. I think I would prefer a BKB coming out from him, because the problem is, like, you can just get 4-stabbed and then ruptured and then 4-stabbed, because they have, I believe, multiple ones on their team right now.
Look at the money on Dark. I mean, what's he thinking about here? What do you think his best option is on the Nature's Prophet?
Not sure, actually.
Talking about him, he's ready to get involved in a kill. Look who they found. Once again, it's GH out of position, and he's down. 50 seconds, no shaker.
I think Maelstrom would just be fine. Just continue to skill. You don't want to fall too far behind your other cores.
Oh, and I like this. I just know he finished up the full Hurricane Pike on the quad.
I mean, it's really good versus what they
nice
have.
stats.
And I think versus Monkey King, you also want to be like as max range as possible. We talked a lot about how Monkey King is, like, you know, kind of pseudo melee range, and the Pike helps a lot.
That's the option as well. I mean, they love fight. Oh no, I say that. Did he just sell the BKB? He did it. He bought the BKB, sold it. He does get the Maelstrom instead.
Yeah, Maelstrom. Like, he doesn't need BKB right now
He's got
because
the full Mione.
yeah, that's pretty standard. Like, he's not 6-slotted yet. If you were 6-slotted on him, you get something else. But you need your Maelstrom so you can get your 5th and 6th items, especially because you have 2 other cores that are farmed.
Oh, Matuma Man.
And they're going to eat up a lot of the map.
He's in so much trouble. He does get the blink out, goes straight for the TP, and that is a good call to make. Wrong can't quite close the gap in time. He's still halfway across the map. Matuma Man gets out. Blink now picked up on Tianming.
The best thing I think Keen has done this game is play away from the Lich lane early and then play away from the Doom in the mid game. That is, I would say, very, very hard to do. It's easy to fall into trap. Oh, Doom showing, let's just charge him and go, and I'm right. But no, Liquid's sitting behind them so many of the times, and then they're not being able to read the ganks right because Keen are just playing in this very unpredictable manner. So this is it. Miracle, if he wins this fight, they can probably take Roche and they can continue to snowball, but he could potentially again die because he doesn't have the ideal defensive items.
Oh, Wrong. He's
just
walked into the wrong neighborhood.
He's completely okay with that. And Roche isn't up. Luckily for them. But Keen have to be worried that it's going to be up.
Yeah.
But they just sent a Treant in there and they're good. Treant eaten by Mind Control. But they can rest easy knowing that they just popped a smoke gank and just lost Spirit Breaker. Position 5. They need this Roche though. Liquid desperately need this.
They do. We're seeing them at the moment sitting in an 8k net worth difference as they are behind. Decent amount of gold going the way of Liquid with the Treants, but at the same time, Dark has got a lot done with them in terms of just the pressure, the split push in this Nature's Prophet this game, causing a lot of issues for Liquid. Now the defensive items starting to coming out. You know, Liquid Miracle's trying for that Lincoln Sphere. Aghanims is complete on GGG. This Bloodseeker's level 24.
Oof. Yeah. I mean, he's huge.
He's had a lovely... I mean, when you sort of look at the heroes as well, would you have expected this is a good game for a Bloodseeker, or not necessarily?
Well, I thought he would be stymied by the Lich plus Monkey King combo, but they didn't actually lane him up versus them. And they put so much pressure on the mid lane that there was no one really to interfere in that lane, and the supports couldn't play musical lanes because they had to concentrate all their efforts on that mid lane.
That's what they can get done here, Wrong. Leading forward with his newly picked up Shadowblade. They don't have the vision on him. Wrong getting some crucial intel for King Gaming starting off, but GH jumps in quickly with the jump immediately onto the Bloodseeker, bursting him down with a Boundless Strike. They're going to lose GGG. They're going to lose Wrong as well with the Chain Frost flying through from Kuroki, and Liquid aren't done. Primal Spring for Miracle, looking to get Tianming, and they'll get him as well. 3 down on King Gaming. That's the sort of jump you expect from Liquid. No holding back. As soon as GH sees an opportunity, he's in there with the slam, and there's no chance for King Gaming in that fight.
Yeah, they just hesitated a slight bit too long. They could have just had a free kill on GH, and it would have been pretty good for them, because then he could have just popped his BKB.
The blame out there, buddy. Now. He wants to do it. He really does. He'll take the pain. He loves it. He's the queen of it.
And almost level 25, so who cares about blade mail, right?
Liquid are in the Roche pit. And it looks like they should get away with this with King Gaming down 3 members. The other 2 are putting some pressure down on bottom, mind you. So despite having 3 people dead, King Gaming are still looking for a trade. I'll tell you what, they might just get it. Fortification comes out. Roshan is down. Miracle will grab the Aegis. GH is there to deter King Gaming from sticking around. Dark tries for the TP, but mind controls quick with the blink in. Gets the Doom down. They'll be able to protect their racks on this bottom lane.
Oh, that's sending a message. Didn't want Infernal Blade him. Let's just doom him. Still, very nice that Monkey King can have this Aegis. I would say that they should give him both of the Aegis and the Cheese, just because he's been such a focal point for the fights. So close to being able to kill him.
Yeah, if they one touch, if they could have just stopped that blink from coming out, it would have been such a different fight. But because they didn't,
Wrong just hesitated way too much on that. I think maybe he was they were like unsure which target to go on. Like if they disable Matama Manhunter to 0 with the BKBs, then he doesn't get his ulti off. But if they go too late, then they're just going to blink out and look for a...
Oh no, the Miracle debate. Oh, here we go, straight in onto the Quap. Linkers is there, but it might be Miracle himself in trouble. Does have the Aegis and the Cheese. Ruptures down onto him. They should be able to bring him down once.
Uh-oh.
And the rest of his team's making his way over. Liquid, they're still quite far away from this, but King Gaming, they respect it nonetheless. They blink away. They're happy with just taking the Aegis out of his hands. They'll just look to reset. But that is the Aegis gone, and Liquid, they don't find a major objective of it themselves.
I remember one of the first times I watched Miracle, he was playing TA, and he would just love to meld on to cliffs and just do the double meld strike. That was one of his signature moves when he first started out. That kind of reminded me of that. Just, you know, setting a trap, testing how aware they are. But
and it nearly, well, it didn't. It was nowhere near working.
No.
It was good fun though. Mid lane, look at this smoke from King Gaming. Miracle's going to jump into the midst of it. But Stolen Balance driving Tiamat, but GH in with the Echo, the Fisher, the Wukong's Chain Frost. This is absolute destruction coming out from Liquid. Ing will get away, but whew, this mid lane, it seems to be a no-go zone for King Gaming. We've seen them try for something there a couple of times, but GH is just in there and ready to kick things off big time.
So fast with that Echo.
On lane, Dark gets the Sprout off, and he'll TP out. Goodbye, sir. Nothing that the Doom can do about that one. Miracle actually seeing if he can chase down for more.
They need more vision in the fights. They're having a lot of issues now. And imagine if Liquid pick up a gem and then they can't move around with a Spirit Breaker. They're pretty much going to lose most of the fights. So oh,
look at Miracle. The Shadowblade is looking for it, but they've got the vision on him.
He's
just down. He does indeed. He's going to have to use it almost. Oh, he doesn't get to use the Hurricane Pike Rupture. He didn't expect that. Gets shoved back to his death. The rest of Liquid get out, but he didn't. You don't expect the Queen of Pain Hurricane Pike. You really don't. That was very
sick. This is why I like Key. They have these awesome item builds that synergize so well with their team.
Where's your cheese now? Oh.
Big kill.
wasn't hungry, I guess.
Still, Liquid have brought it back from like a 9k gold lead to almost par. So that's pretty impressive considering that they are lanes and shrines down.
I mean, it's 50 seconds without the Monkey King. He doesn't have buyback. They've got a lot of push. King Gaming are gonna try and get as much out of this as they can.
They're still really scared of GH, especially how badly he's crushed in the last 2 fights.
Echo's back up in 12 seconds, so rightfully so, they should be scared.
Yeah, they need to get the get the Queen of Pain to start hitting towers because she has the lifesteal heal, so she might still be able to survive even if she gets doomed. I guess she doesn't have Mjolnir on her.
Summer Man comes in with the Poison Nova rupture. Look right, keeping Liquid spread back.
Oh,
actually blinking from me. Looking to get the dagger onto Kuro. They're charging him with Wrong as well. Looking for mind control. Pops the BKB. Wrong himself has to get back out with the invis. He'll look to try and nether strike his way out of this. In fact, he'll look to connect onto Matuma Man, holding Matuma back away from the rest of Keen Gaming. Wrong trying to do his best to save his side, but it looks like they should still be in trouble. The chase down's there. GH will be silenced. Dark turning towards mind control, blocking him up with the Treants. Liquid won't be able to chase for more. Gotta say, that little play from Wrong, holding back Matumba, does mean the rest of his team gets home safely tonight.
very quick Orchid by the Queen too to save his Rubik. Melee Rex still doesn't fall though. They have to control Roach better, but they need... Yeah, I don't think the Nature's Prophet trees are going to be enough. They've just been nerfed enough to the point where you can't really rely on those trees for vision. It looks like the Bloodseeker is going for a Dagon right now. I think some people would advocate for like a Manta, so he can like use his illusions in the fight to actually scout out the Earthshaker, perhaps disable the Blink Daggers with the Radiance. But he is going to go for the more offensive build so he can deal with this pesky Monkey King who has no BKB. And the Doom has a gem now, so they can't really scout around with the Bloodseeker right now. I don't really know who's going to do it in the fights. I guess Queen still. Queen could just kind of just run in there as long as she doesn't get doomed.
It's all about Ing tanking it up. As you say, with that lifesteal, he's definitely got the potential to do so. Once the Mion is out, it's going to be a lot easier, but he's still quite the ways away from it. Lotus Orb done for Kuro. They have that sort of protection that they need against these silences, against these Orchids. But Keen Gaming with the smoke on Matuma Man on the front lines, gets the BKB out in time. Wrong charges forward, backs out. They know that Liquid are aware of their presence. They've got to be so careful about how they take this. Wrong still trying to scout things out.
I'm very surprised he didn't rupture with the Venom right there. He has Ag, so it's like, yeah.
You have a couple of charges, yeah.
Yeah. It's okay, though. Just being wary in the fight, not realizing that Venomancer is not priority number one. It's all about the Monkey King. But he's hiding. He knows. He knows they want to kill him.
And he's nearly got the money for BKB. And that is certainly when things get a lot harder for Keen Gaming. If that BKB is there on Miracle.
Yeah, because they itemized offensively, which is fine. I think I elaborated earlier that they need to like kill him very quickly or else he's going to Jingu it up. But because of that, they haven't itemized any evasion. They don't have any halberds. They don't have butterfly. They don't have any of these items that can actually prevent him from life-stealing with a boundless or prevent him from getting his Jingu stacks off. So it's going to be very tough once he gets BKB. I don't know if they're going to be able to burst him down. Especially with Frost Armor. Frost Armor plus BKB. Good luck killing Monkey King. And Cheese, of course.
Still has that in his pocket. And nearly level 25, of course, as well on Miracle. That's when that damage will skyrocket. Once he gets there. Keen Gaming suddenly settling down, not grouping up as 5, just farming up the map. They have got the bottom lane continuously pushed in against Liquid, but not quite looking to team fight yet at this moment, Keen.
So if we bring up the items on King, look at the way they're itemizing too. So we have the Force Staff on Nature's Prophet, very unusual, but with the Bloodseeker in the game, pretty good build.
Ah, that's great.
And then I think the Spirit Breaker also has a Solar Crest in his quick buy because they need the evasion to deal with Monkey King now that he's going to have BKB as a 6th time. You want ways to dodge it. You don't want armor. Armor is pretty terrible versus Monkey King when you can get evasion instead.
Or up top. Ing maybe just looking to make this out. Wrong is there to back up Ing if Liquid do go on him.
If they miss, though, he's going to heal up.
Yeah.
So it's ideally you want Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker would be the ideal target, but he's far away. I still don't know if he's going to be building that Dagon.
Picks up the bots and stuff.
Yeah, but what do you want in a 6 slot? Definitely not Jet.
Oh sure, yeah. Oh, absolutely, he's going to eventually get somewhere. And
I do like the Manta Octarine build on him when you have the Axe.
With the Radiance, yeah.
Well, you can
with the-
lifesteal with Rupture, too.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
And the cooldown, too. Rupture is so annoying to deal with, especially with all these force staves. Force staves.
What's his Nature's Prophet? I mean, Dark's having a great time. He's sitting right up there in net worth, on par with the cores, with the safe lanes and the mids. He's got 4.8k gold in the bank. I mean, I guess it makes sense down the line to obviously finish that 4-star into the Hurricane pipe just for slot efficiency.
But other than that, I'm not sure what you would go with your 6th. Maybe Silver Edge. I mean, you can turn your Shadowblade into Silver Edge too.
Yeah.
Get that break on somebody to limit their damage. Ideally, Veno, I would say.
Yeah, and I guess well, it's Scythe. There's sort of arguments both ways. Now there is a link.
Yeah, Scythe is good too.
But there's also the Lotus, already in play.
If you see the Lotus, you definitely don't get that. Okay. I would say Halberd is pretty good, but I don't actually know who builds it this game.
I guess what normally you would have said maybe the Bloodseeker or the Spirit Breaker.
But
sure.
Bloodseeker's past that point. Of
yeah, exactly. It's just too late for him to really
get the hell out of there.
Ooh, he will do indeed. Just the wards down. Liquid will be to D-ward.
Yeah, he's incredibly good at sensing out these ganks.
Liquid actually going for the smoke straight up off the back of that D-ward. Bottom lane Dark, keeping the pressure up.
Oh, they had that reserve ward. Looks like they are going to catch eye of Rubik. But is it going to be enough for them to get the kill? And Rubik is kind of protecting the Bloodseeker right here.
They're aware of this as well. I think as soon as that D-ward came out, they knew that it's likely.
Oh, he almost went left into the vision.
Oh no.
No.
GGG. He's just as now they'll see him. Instant jump, but he gets the BKB off before the Doom. Do they have the damage to bring down this Bloodseeker? They'll try. Tianming throws himself in.
What was that forced?
I mean, it may have just saved the Bloodseeker. I think it has. Wrong charges forward.
Oh, he stole the Doom.
He got it back out onto Doom, but with the Chain Frost from Kuro, Liquid do claim a second.
And Roche is up again. Another Aegis.
Perfect timing for Liquid.
Still, that was a great BKB pop. He could have easily died there. Very quick on the fingers. They were uphill, mind you, too.
Yeah, that was it. Instant reactions. And it did save him his life. Cost the lives of both Rong and Tianming. And indeed, Liquid will find Roche. Another cheese. Miracle still got the one from before. And Jay popping it down, making sure that he doesn't stack them, and they can split it up. One cheese will go the way of Mind Control. And the other one's still sitting in the pit for now. Who's gonna look to take that? Looks like Kuro will be the holder of cheese.
Going for Bloodthorn last. Usually you'll see...
Oh, he's got the Force. He's got the Lincolns. Is he going to be out? No, that Boundless Strike's going to hold him down. He's going to be gone. It looked like he should have been aware of that. But didn't react in time. Cost him his life. Ing's down for 90.
Yeah, he's really relying on the spell lifesteal to be able to survive. No BKB on him.
Yeah, Liquid starting to get that firm grip on the game that we've seen them do so many times in the past.
It's still a scary game for them.
Absolutely, yeah. Being 48 minutes in and just a 1k difference between two sides. Yeah, definitely both ways it can go, but as we're seeing in these team fights, if GH sees an opportunity, he's in there with the Echo, and suddenly King Gaming guaranteed losing one or two heroes at the start of every team fight. If GH is on top of them.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Seeing a lot of level 25s too.
Yeah.
2% Infernal Blade damage is no joke this late in the game.
Oh, it adds up to a hefty amount.
Dire's bottom tower.
The damage takes in, and bottom lane Liquid starting to push. Tier 1 down, still yet to take any tier 2s, 49 minutes in, but on the verge of changing that situation. This tier 2 not going to be held on to by King Gaming, as they are still one man down. Tower's taken from Liquid. And they will get back to base. The other two lanes forced in. They'll be happy to farm them and push them back out. They're more than happy with the way that this game is starting to turn. It's the first time in a while, Liquid back with the overall net worth lead.
Nature's Prophet is sitting on a pile of gold. He's almost 8,000 gold right now.
I mean, it's interesting as well, as we saw that the XP difference, in fact, has, for the most part, been quite an advantage for Liquid for a while, as we've seen.
Yeah, they need like level 20 on the Spirit Breaker. He needs his level 20 talent.
The power of Lich, I guess.
Yep. He needs that GPM talent badly. Because, I mean, his items are just pretty poor right now.
Kuro. The Lotus Orb and does have Miracle with him. They're trying to kick something off here, Liquid. BKB popped by Miracle. Looking towards Xianming. Slide to the left, not going to save him. That Force Staff does not allow the Rubik to get out. He's gone, but they've lost Kura, they've lost GH. Liquid now chasing down the cores. Dark pops down the Sprout, has the Shadow Blade, trying to get out of there. They don't have detection on these heroes. Oh, they do on Mind Control. Mind Control closing the gap and will allow Liquid to finally finish down another. Get the Dark kill. Can they get anything more? That's the question. BKB's and ults expended by Liquid, but they are maintaining that lead. They're keeping the trades. This time only slightly going their way, as they did lose a couple themselves. And okay, this will make it huge. If he can clean up GGG with the Diffusal Blade slow, he certainly can. BKB was still on cooldown. There's Bloodseeker gone for 90 seconds. Liquid in a very good position to be able to potentially force that buyback out of him.
Wonder who's going to buy back. I guess just Bloodseeker they can get away with at this point.
I mean, Liquid, they want to force it down, and it will come. Straight away, GGG comes out. But look at this rat. Ron coming in actually in from the back side of them all. They'll TP him with the Nature's Prophet. Blood Price down. Miracle, he'll lose the Aegis. Matumba Man puts the Blade Mail, has the cheese, gets back up to full life, but the damage from KG, it looks to be too much. Matumba Man falling low, allowing GGG to speed up. The Sprout into Bloodbright, once again trapping Miracle. Matumba will be fortunate with the TP out. Keen Gaming, they do have to buy back on both the Nature's Prophet and the Bloodseeker. If they put a stop to Liquid pushing in, they get the kill on Miracle, get rid of those Aegises, make them use the cheese as well. They're still fighting well despite being behind.
If only Monkey King had his BKB up. He was trying to cast it. They chain the silences so well on him. He's about to cast his ultimate, gets Orchided. And then it happens again right after he respawns from the Aegis of the Immortal. GGG just waits.
Instant silence.
Yeah, instant silence. If he doesn't get his ult off, he's dead. But his BKB, he just popped it at the very end right before he died. That's it.
They're ready to try and push him down bottom. They had to buy back themselves. The dream would be if they can force Miracle to buy back on this Monkey King. And we'll see if he does. They may just let this bottom Rax go, wanting to protect that buyback. And it looks like it'll be the case as King Gaming stand their ground. Mortification comes out. Oh, okay, straight in with the jump. Goodbye, Quap. That's one down. Doom out as well onto Xianming. Liquid waiting for the last moment. They say to Keen Gaming, come and get this Rax. And Keen Gaming, they take the bait.
That was risky. They put Blood Rage on him because they wanted him to siege the Rax down quicker, but then he just got blown up. Spell Life still only does so much.
Oh, and they keep the Rax alive.
I think they need, like, I think a Mjolnir on Quap is generally what you want as one of your items. Yeah, with Spell Lifesteal. But the thing about the Mjolnir is it's a passive. So like if you get jumped, you can still heal up. Whereas normally you have to, you know, press buttons to heal up for Quap. But that's a rough death.
And TP out from Dark.
At least she has buyback.
Double damage ready for Miracle.
That is gonna hurt.
DD plus 100% crit. That's a lot.
So what's our buyback status looking at?
Not too great for Keen. 2 cores without it.
Yeah.
Available for another 5.5 minutes.
It's just Quap actually that has buyback for their team.
GH?
Well, Miracle's in position to just snipe somebody with his double damage.
Oh yeah.
He is so far back behind. He's further to the right. He's behind the Rex.
Oh!
Yep. Yeah, I mean that. That's Monkey King with the DD for you.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
But you have to be very careful about that. Monkey Kings love to do that. When you're approaching one of the sides, you jump around in the trees.
This is going to be easy racks for Liquid as well with the damage that Miracle's sporting. Top set of racks, fully down.
At least Quap didn't have to bite back. That's the only positive thing about that fight with the button.
Correct. Some casual farming. The push with the Chain Frost. Miracle will turn up to clean up some of the action as well. Very, very close to having the Butterfly.
Yep, that's how you buff up your cores. Double Lincolns with a Lotus Orb.
It's certainly working. It's just a question of how much this Dagon's actually going to do for GGG's Bloodseeker that he's still investing in. It's getting tough. The game is really amping up, and Liquid in a position where Keen Gaming, 55 minutes in, they've done a lot, but is it enough in the grand scheme of things? Liquid have the lead. Miracle being eyed up. They do get the Rupture onto him. Tanky enough to run himself out of the Bloodbright. GGG still wanting to fight another Blood Right again, but mind controls him with the Doom. Gets it onto GGG, but he's forced back to safety. GGG will be fine. Wrong, charging through straight onto GH. He should be punished as Miracle jumps forward. Will be able to trap down Wrong and get the Spirit Breaker kill.
At least Doom was used. Yep. Didn't have enough detection that fight. I don't like all of them are too fat to actually carry a gem or a dust. Looks like just the two supports have it. On Keen's side.
Oh, GH, ladies and gentlemen. Echo onto them all. They do get the blink out, but that's Jian Ming down. If they can kill this Queen of Pain, it would be absolutely huge. He forces himself down, still has the blink. He's got it up again in a second. They'll put the Blood Right, trying to dissuade Liquid from chasing, but it's not going to work. Queen of Pain's gone.
Damn, GH's echoes in the mid
game. GH has just kept it rock solid, despite, as well as we've been saying, how much attention and focus has been put on him by Keen Gaming. He's still seizing these opportunities. He's still finding the chance to go in like this.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
And it's absolutely destroying Keen Gaming at this stage of the game. 18k gold lead for Liquid. This should be smooth sailing for them unless Keen Gaming can do some incredible plays. They're trying to keep the rat high. But will it be enough? Miracle and the team very strong. There's an Octarine on GH. He gets rewarded for his efforts this game. He's got the money, he's got the bang. So those combos are going to come even quicker, thicker, and faster.
Ooh, Monkey King also TP'd out, trying to hunt down the Nature's Prophet as they feign a push, but he just TP'd from the top lane to the bottom. There's TD on top too. Miracle might make his way towards that. But now that Monkey King shows, this might be a good time for Keen to actually fight once the Quap is up.
Oh, Dark. Could be in trouble. Miracle, Wukong's command into the boundless strike. Dark has got the Shadow Blade. Miracle doesn't have detection, of course. And that attempt won't amount to much at all. TP's himself back to base.
MK ult down. Still, Nature's Prophet has to push out these lanes. That's the only way I think they get past this really rough stretch of the game for them.
They've got to split them.
Yeah, got to split them up. Maybe take a Roche away from Miracle, try and catch him and get him into buyback. Spirit Breaker died 16 times this game. Ouch. Give the man some tomes.
He needs it. Top. Miracle.
Top is under attack.
It's nice to find the balance onto Dark. Wrong's hunting him down. Miracle has to be careful. Oh, got vision on him.
They have to pop the Lincolns though.
With the Shadow Blades.
Probably usually the MP ult in a charge is usually your method of choice.
Dire's top shrine is
Getting
under
Star for
attack.
vision too.
Yeah. All Rupture and Blood Right. Could be the end of Kuro. Lincolns is there to block the Dagon, but Kuro's gone. Now they'll try moving on to Mind Control. Mind Control got the Doom laid down onto Dark. That's the Nature's Prophet down for nearly 2 minutes without buyback. Liquid could be on the verge of securing that big team fight to close things up, but the BKB's there for GGG. Wrong trying to TP back to base, but the Boundless Strike from Miracle gets him in time, cancelling the TP. Wrong still does have the Shadow Blade. They couldn't quite get the gem in range of him.
Dire's top
So
shrine
Wrong
is under
should
attack.
be fine for now.
They're just trying to stall out as much as they can until this MP can, and he's actually going to cut the creep away with the illusions. This is huge. Oh, oh no, the one creep.
No, actually
That's
doesn't
a
manage
hero
to
creep.
control the rest of them.
And now they're Keen are desperately trying to kill these creeps.
This one creep leading the charge.
Oh, he missed even the rest of the creep waves.
Look at him go. He's a brave soul. Oh goodness, no! I've been outnumbered, boys! Oh dear. But it was a good attempt from Timmy.
Rest in peace, Timmy.
This game though, we're coming up to 1 hour. Another one of these long ones that we've been treated to today here at ESL Hamburg. And what a treat it has been as well this game. This is only game 1 of the series. I'm pumped up for this. Because this side of Keen Gaming showing us that there are answers to some of the ways earlier that Liquid play, but Liquid coming in at this stage and showing us it's Team Liquid at the end of the day. This is a team that will work past the tough bits of a game, get to this portion where they are firmly in the lead, and make sure that it's very hard for the other team to have any sort of a chance of closing the game up around them. As we can see, verging on all 5 members of Liquid having level 25, just GH lacking behind half a level, and he'll be there as well. The just experience game has been insane for them. We saw it on the graph earlier. something about the way that Liquid utilize the map and make sure that their heroes are consistently finding more just puts them an edge above Keen Gaming.
Yep, Kuro utilized that E button real good there, Owen.
It's a magical spell. Oh, there's a DD rune on Miracle. There is no hope for Ing.
They have no map control, dude. They've lost way too many Roshans now. Miracle and the rest of Liquid kept their fair share of runes. Double damage is just instant death for anyone. We saw it on the Rubik earlier. It's no big difference.
They're hunting. And Dark, he's been caught. That'll be Nature's Prophet down as well. Both heroes do have buybacks. They're likely to be forced to use it. Miracle still with a DD ready to play. He's looking for those cheeky one-shots. And he may just get them wrong. He's going to turn up, bam, with the Boundless Strike. Looking for the Wukong's command, but the telekinesis is there just in time to stop it. BKB's pop, Miracle still ready to fight. Dark will come out with the buyback. Miracle backs away with the BKB and the Shadow Blade, sneaks back outside of the base. Liquid still putting the pressure in, though, on the mid lane. The Tumor Man laying down the Serpent Ward. They'll look for the Rupture, but the Lincolns is there to block it. GGG unable to start the fight off in the manner that he hoped for. Bloodbright will clean out the creep wave. Buyback forced out by Ing as Liquid are taking this mid lane of Rax, and Keen are struggling to put a stop to it. Matuma level 25, he had a slow start, but my goodness, is he where he'd hoped to be at this stage. He's fully farmed, ready to man fight on the high ground. Mind Control leads forward with the Shivas and the Blink, trying to get a lockdown onto someone. Dark on the sidelines, pops the BKB, the Miona, not enough to keep him alive. The Shrine Heals won't save him. They'll lose the Nature's Prophet, and maybe even more as the Wukong's is out. Keen Gaming have to spread. Just has gone wrong, looking for the angle to charge in, does manage to get the bash by onto 2. Ing jumps back forward, the stolen Fissure from Tianming, getting both GH and Miracle, but Wrong is down. Keen Gaming, they've lost 2. Ing trying his best to clean things up. Hurricane pikes himself away from Miracle, but the Boundless Strike is down. 4-star Blink, he keeps himself alive. Mind Control tries to chase, won't get the kill onto the co-op as he's back in base, but they do bring down Tianming. Buys back immediately, Rupture onto Mind Control with the Dagon, it does it! Takes down the Doom, can they get more? They have the dust, the Vision's there on Miracle. Miracle's gone as well. Liquid lose 3. They're going to potentially lose 4 as they surround Matuma Man. Keen Gaming, they bring down the Veno. It's a costly defense. They do lose their mid lane racks. They do have to spend the buybacks, 3 of them in total over the grand scheme of that fight. But they do take 4 kills from Liquid.
They need buybacks. They need to force buybacks out.
They have to.
80 seconds, so I don't think that's enough. Nature's Prophet is not allowed to push out these side lanes. Another excellent Hurricane Pike usage by the Queen of Pain. Got it right before the BKB up on the Monkey King and completely wasted his BKB.
Yeah, these 4 stuffs.
Yeah, but have fun dealing with plus 35 frost armor.
That is some balance. I mean, they're going to try for it. The buyback already coming out from Matuma adds 44 armor. Wow. I mean, that's pretty insane. I mean, there's no chance. He can't hit this. No, don't hit that. It doesn't do nothing. It's got 44 armor. Absolutely insane. Maybe with 3 of them they can give it a better a shot, but as we see, it's going to take them quite some time. 44 added armor.
They still have Glyph too.
They do. They're sticking around for it. They have to do this, Keen Gaming. They have to find something. Poison Nova will connect onto both Ing and GGG.
That's it. That's frost armor.
Wow. Do get themselves back to base. Dagon leveled up once again by GGG.
So tough to break that without. You really want a Jakiro or a Pugna on your team.
You need some sort of magical.
I mean, those are the only 2 that do it. So it's only
that true?
those 2. I think so.
I guess it is, isn't it? Yeah, just those 2 heroes. Yeah.
Otherwise, frost armor is just unbearable at this stage in the game. You're going to lose every throne race, but now, like,
hey,
what else do you do?
What about Tiny Toss?
Tiny Toss? Okay, that
There
works.
we go, Ben.
Third one, nice.
Don't forget the Toss. Well, they don't have a Tiny this game.
No, sadly.
Probably good, as this game would have probably been over if they did by now.
Mind Control is a huge problem, too. Like, you can't kill him. The Infernal Blade plus 2% with the Octarine is actually just ridiculous amounts of lifesteal. And then you have the Scorched Earth burning everybody down, too. So.
They start Keen Gaming. They want to kick something off. They have the Rupture onto Mind Control. Wrong with the charge for it. Catching on to do. BKB comes out there and Wrong's in trouble. Bam, slap, and he's gone. Wrong is down. GH leading in, looking for the Yule Scepter onto GGG, but the BKB's down in time. GGG should be fine. Puts the Bloodbright, goes for the BKB TP out. They got anywhere to catch it. Oh, they have the Doom is down. That's GGG gone. He's got a buyback available and he'll buy back immediately. He needs to get in and help his team. Ing trying to keep his alive, but the Jingu's built up. Has to blink himself away. Off he goes, but this is slowly but surely Keen losing permanently 2 members. Neva with buyback available in, going back in, relying on the 60% lifesteal to keep him alive. And I tell you what, it's doing his job. Dagon cuts around to Kuro, but he's got Lincolns on top of Lotus, on top of Lincolns, and it's enough. Or is it? Bloodbright should finish off the job, and it does. That's Kuro down, but they've lost Ding. Keen have lost 4. Kuro will buy back. Liquid know that they should be able to finish off the game now as GGG, the last man standing. There's a rapier on Miracle. He's ready to do it in style and he doesn't even need to. GG is already called.
GG.
The game is over, but what a game on 65 minutes in. Keen Gaming certainly showing up at the start, but Liquid.
They look stressed after that game, as he should be.
What a game indeed. I mean, Liquid in fantastic fashion, of course, closing it up at the end. They really stepped it up. As you said, maybe sort of a little relaxed at the start and then realizing, hang on, these guys, they've got our number. They're making the better calls. They're outplaying us in some sense. But then they step it up. They get back to that TI winning level that we expect from Liquid, and Keen Gaming, they just can't deal with that sort of pressure.